Hello, friends. Hello, family. I hope everybody is having a great Thursday afternoon. Christy here, coming to you after vacation Bible school at home. And I decided I wanted to go live today because I have had several friends, several family members reach out to me and ask me about my recent journey and my recent life change with my career. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to get vulnerable. It's a little scary to go live on your Facebook page and share with everyone a little bit about why I made some changes and what I am so excited about. So first of all, there have been several people that have reached out and said, Christy, I've watched you over the last 10 years. I wish I would have joined you 10 years ago. Why didn't I? And I'm like, you know what? That fear thing can get the best of us. Shame on it. But I just am super excited to kind of share a little bit about my recent journey. So first of all, let me just say that most of you know that I've been in the direct selling space for about 10 years now, and I've absolutely loved it. I'm a huge follower of a guy named Eric Worre, who is a network marketing guru. And I think he says it best in that, there's no job that's perfect. My dad used to say, work is called work for a reason. But I am a true believer that the direct selling space is the best answer. And because I've done a lot of different things. My history is, and a lot of you may know, some recent friends may not know, I was in pharmaceutical sales for 13 years. I was with one company, Merck, for 3, and then I was with GlaxoSmithKline for 10. I've always been a very dedicated, loyal employee. I stay somewhere for a long time. And I loved it. But I always had some sort of yearning inside of me to do something for me. It provided a lot for our family financially and benefits because Michael's self-employed. But I wanted something for me. And I thought about opening a bakery. You all know I post my cakes and pies, and that kind of exhausted me, the early morning hours. And I was like, can you really make money at that? And then I thought about opening a bridal boutique, and I was like, oh God, the overhead for something like that. So I just let fear stop me, okay? And went on my merry way. And then I was introduced to this industry through my sister. And I'm proud to say, after I got over the fear of, I don't know if I can do that, I don't know if I have time, jumped in. And over 10 years, proud to say that I built a very substantial business, a team of over 1,000 women in 2 continents. Our team produced about $3.6 million in sales annually. That's a lot of accessories being sold. And I don't share any of that out of boasting or bragging. I share that because that's what this industry can do. For a little girl from, East Texas, I'm sure you can hear my twang, from Rockwall, Texas, I had no experience in this industry. What you can do to build a substantial business. And it was all about me following really the training that's provided and just believing in yourself and going for it and having, buddies around you to help you believe in yourself and do a little bit more. And so I love the direct selling space. So what do I love about direct sales? Let me just start there. And I did take some notes because, it's a little intimidating to do this. The first thing I love about direct sales is the freedom and the flexibility. So when I got into this industry, I didn't get in for that. I honestly got in because I thought it was cute. Okay, that's about as scientific as I was thinking. I did have a background in fashion. I was missing that in my life. And in my first month, I did 2 showings and I made $750. And I was like, okay, that's actually significant money. Like, we needed new knobs in the kitchen because we had a flood, and that provided my new knobs and probably some extra stuff too. But I was like, this is substantial. And over the next few months, I started watching other women really grow their business. But I had another job. We had Michael's business, and Anna and Mira were like 18 months and 5. So I was busy. I realized quickly that in order for me to grow, I was going to have to take a leap. And I realized what I needed. I needed $1,500 to take care of my car payment, which I'd never owned my own car. I was in pharma and my parents bought me one. I was very fortunate for that. And then secondly, my medical insurance, because Michael was self-employed. And so I planned, we made a few cutbacks, and I jumped out in my first month following what they said to do, made the $1,500, and I've never looked back since. So where the flexibility and freedom come in is that I was now able to be there for Anna and Mira at any time. I hated having to call in and say my kids were sick. I would feel guilty, which I shouldn't, but I did. And so this gave me that freedom back. And I know many of you guys have followed my journey over the last year with me getting breast cancer. There is no other business where you can step back where you need to, when you need to, due to extended circumstances, and take the time you need for your health, your family, or whatever. And this business provided me that, and I will forever be grateful for that. So the other thing I love is that you can immediately jump in and you can pay off credit debt. You can decide, I want to take my family to Europe, and you can start saving for that. You can, let it be your vacation fund and go wherever. Maybe Disney's been your dream. We also had an unexpected circumstance come up where we decided to switch Mira to private school when she was in the 5th grade. That was expensive. This provided us that opportunity. Maybe it's a kitchen remodel that you need, or maybe there's a job change within your family unit and you need to provide something else. It is that flexibility that it offers. And my best friend once told me, she joined me and did this for a year and then went back into corporate for other reasons. She said, I will always raise my girls knowing about this business because there's nowhere else where you can start one week, have a paycheck the next week. And that flexibility is life-changing. So those are several things I love about direct sales. And I'm such a believer. I'm also a believer that we always need a side gig. I shouldn't say always, but this day and age, it is so important to have a side gig because you don't know when something's going to pop up. And many women have side gigs and get a second side gig. And many men do the same thing. I know Michael, my husband, is an attorney, but he also loves playing the bass, and he loves when he gets paid to play the bass. So that's a side gig. So, we all need that. And because we might have occupational therapy pop up, ADD medication that pops up, or there's the fun things that pop up that you want to do. So I am such a believer in multiple streams of income and having things that can really help you in time of need when your plan A is not necessarily working. So that's what I love about the direct selling space. Why do I love jewelry? It's simple. That's the basics. It's cute. My white shirt looks cuter because I've got these star earrings on. It is portable. It is so easy to just throw on your shoulder and take it to the coffee shop to show your friend. It all fits back there on that little shelf. It's easy. You can take it to do a little pop-up at your friend's house over wine or coffee with her friends. Simple on our kitchen table. You could go to the coffee shop and, roll it out in a few little rolls on the table there. You could take it into your office or take it into her office over the lunch hour. It's simple. I had a teammate once who got complimented at the pool in Cabo, and she told the lady, well, let me go get my jewelry up in my room. Sold $1,000. What else can you carry around and do that? Very little. And it doesn't really require any education, like knowing how chemicals work and all that. It's just basically cute or not cute. Like that's as scientific as it gets. I also love that it's super giftable. Your friends can gift it to their friends. I love selling to spouses or boyfriends for Mother's Day or Valentine's Day or Christmas or teacher appreciation gifts. Jewelry is so giftable and anybody can buy it for anyone and it fits. So I love that about it. It's simple. I said that in the beginning. And easy. So, and also it's kind of a consumable product because especially with social media these days, we're all wanting to kind of change up the same white shirt, which you might have seen me wear this several ways, but you can change it up with jewelry and people are constantly wanting to change up their jewelry. So it can be considered consumable. I have lots of customers that repeat order and I love that. So I've shared why I love jewelry. Why do I love Park Lane Jewelry? Well, it was pretty exciting for me when I found out about this company. I'm 45, I'm going to admit, and I had never heard about it. And I was like, this is kind of cool that I've never heard about this. And it feels like very ground floor. And so I thought that sounded cool. The second thing is they've been around for 62 years. And it is a very sound company. Like they have figured out the direct selling space. They have figured out what motivates consumers. They have figured out what motivates stylists and what keeps them happy. And I just loved that. I love that they had the experience in the business and had set up all these incredible programs for both customers and for their stylists that were so advantageous that worked. And that was really cool to me. And seeing that there are women that have been with the company for 20 and 30 years said a lot. But the cool thing is that they are looking for that third generation of stylists. And the fact that I hadn't heard of it and I had talked to friends that hadn't heard of it, I was like, okay, it kind of seems exciting to be new. So I loved that. And I felt that it felt very secure. The Levine family is who own it. There were 8 children. 3 of the siblings own it now. They bought it from their parents 15 years ago. And since they bought it, they have only seen positive growth in the 15 years, which is incredible. So I love that. I love that Park Lane helps people focus on creating a better life for both men and women, to empower and inspire. And really that's what life's about, is having that community behind you to help you get up every day and maximize your day and feel good about yourself, and having that company behind you to do that. And most people are women. Most stylists are women, but there's also some men that do this. And that's wonderful that they can do it too and earn significant income. Speaking of income, it's one of the highest paid companies in the industry. That really spoke to me. They pay 30 to 50% in commissions. That's super high when you talk to people that are in sales, super high. And it's very easy to move from the 30% to the 35%, and you stay there forever, and then move to the 40%, and then you stay there forever. And we can help you with that. But I was really intrigued at that compensation. But with that being said, it was super easy to get started financially. So there's 3 packages to get started. You can, and this intrigued me too, you can start with $39 package, okay? There's also a $179 package where you get $1,000 in product that comes with $179. For $179, you get to pick out that product. Unbelievable. There's also a $539 packet that you can get $2,500 in jewelry with. And I was like, okay, I know how difficult it is to start a business because we own one, and we can hardly do anything for $500 at Michael's office. And so that really spoke to me. And so I was like, wow, that's really cool that they figured that out and that people feel like they get a significant amount to get going. Because I do hear that sometimes. They're worried. But what's neat is there is a program too. Like if you feel like I can't do the $539, I want to do the $179, there is a program where every single month, from the month you start to the month you stop, that will offer you hundreds, if not $1,000 in free product every single month. And I was like, wow, that keeps commissions in my pocket. I'm not feeling like I have to go spend money, because I've had people ask me before, do you spend more than you make? And I'm like, no, I wouldn't be doing this. I'd be volunteering. No. So that was a thing that really spoke to me, is that there's this program to help people continue to be profitable, but still have product in their hand, which I know is a big deal in the direct selling space. I liked that it was one product. It's just jewelry. So I could be really simple and basic. Okay, can I mention a Mercedes car program? So I'm the mama that always talks about driving the Honda Odyssey, and I have the 15-year-old that's now uber embarrassed that I pick her up in a Honda Odyssey, and she runs around the other side and jumps in because the automatic door, I've been given strict rules, do not push the automatic door button. So I'm kind of excited about a Mercedes, and I'm just going to share with y'all. My goal is I'm earning that by January, because I'm going to have a driver in January. So my plan is, I called Michael today, I'm selling my Odyssey and we're paying cash for her car because I'm going to be driving that Mercedes. I've never been a vain person. I drove a Ford Windstar, which is a minivan, and 2 Honda Odysseys. But it's time for mama to be driving a Mercedes. So there's also 2 trips a year that I thought were super cool. This year they took the Stylist Force to Switzerland in February. And I'm like inches away, I'll announce it here in the next, hopefully, week, of going to Athens, Greece in September. And I am super excited about some really crazy adventurous trips. So I also love that there's an unconditional guarantee for the jewelry. So this spoke volumes. Anybody that buys something, if it ever breaks, ever, the lifetime of the product, there's a $7 replacement fee. That to me spoke volumes for the quality of the product. And the few people that I've met that actually have shopped Park Lane before, because now that I've been out doing shows, I've met a few, and they always talk about the lifetime guarantee. And I love that they know that. And so I want to shout that from the rooftops. So why now? Why now is because we're starting that third generation stylist. It's like ground floor with an established company, and I could not be more excited about that. I know that fear gets in our way a lot, and it can literally be the thing that stops us. But I am one of those that is just a big believer in walk through that door. You know, if you're being called, if you're being led to that decision, whatever it is, it may not be this, but whatever it is, walk through that door. You'll be so proud of yourself for making that choice and going forward. And even if you decide you don't like it in the end, regardless of what it is, you tried it. And that's what I preach to my girls. Walk through and try it, whether it's volleyball, whether it's makeup classes, whether it is Park Lane jewelry and direct sales. Walk through that door. And there is so much opportunity right now with Park Lane Jewelry and our Treasure Tribe team. We are looking for our first 100 founding members, and we're just really excited. So I wanted to go live today. Thank you for letting me be vulnerable and share with you a little bit about my journey and my recent change, because I have been getting a lot of questions from, friends that have wished they had joined me years ago, and I wanted to share with you why I did what I did. So thank you so much for listening. I hope you guys have a great day and great rest of the summer. Bye.